All right, so we should be live. Battle will start in 9 minutes. I should get entered in just a few. 4 minutes before it starts. So yeah, that's about it. So I won't talk too much till it starts. Just kind of setting up the stream and whatnot, and all the tags and all that stuff that you gotta put in. All right, I think I got most of it done. So we played Elite. Let's go look at those standings. Let's leave those up in the preview. All these teams playing today are dodging us. Evony. They will all have an asterisk beside them. Didn't have to play the great VLC. What's going on there? Come on, let me click Chalons, top charts, more. There we go. Wow, almost doubled. Second place. All in all, entertainment value was very low. Would have rather just got smoked in majors. Wife's not going to have too much fun with these kids for next 2 hours. I could hear them upstairs giving her a hard time. Hopefully you guys don't hear the 2-year-old. Evony Kings Return, Battle of Chalons is what they want in the title. Yeah, we all got them. Lots of them play the game. All right, I'll go back to my stream and okay, so 1 minute into the game, so wonder if they'll let me gather this whole time. I'm gonna send another one out quick, see if I could get in there. I'll reset the game. And I might be in the battle. Brother Savage AF. Yeah, I know you. Longtime player. They enter me in the battle yet? Phone's a little slow, so maybe. Nope. I'll message them. I got one last refill of the coffee before hopefully we start. Yeah, so it's supposed to be a battle of FTS, and I don't know the other team's name, but apparently they conquered my server's throne, and the guy's name was D-Bones, and someone said I should remember because he sent emails to us every day of how to be a better server, how to be better at server war, how to improve. It was awesome. We really took that advice. Wonder if it'll let me. I'm gonna keep my rally card on. See if it'll let me join all battle. PC as a Fox posted his NFG battle link. Curious, do people watch? I know people watch Vidge and RSP. Do people watch other alliances in Battlefield? There's a couple bad ones I watch. Like the teams are just horrid. It's like 3 people watching. I think it's just people in the alliance who aren't in the battle. And I enjoy those. I don't get much out of watching the big guys play, to be honest. It's just not relatable. All right, we'll try another log on and off. Okay, so there's a little bit of a glitch. It has me as a spectator, but Battlefield map. Okay. I'll tell them this. Okay, let's see. They're saying do the old power on, power off. Okay, we're good now. And we've started. Okay, so our team is over here. Team. Okay, let's start looking for rallies. We're good to go. So these are all attacks against FTS, or ghosts, I mean. So this one should fill up. It's archers. Looks like Kitty's being attacked by FTS. Kitty is 10 billion and should be 0. But looks like someone, they did a double. Siege and then archers. Is Kitty done? Kitty cat. Just solo that. Someone going to send that solo ground? Let's go. Oh, another team's going to snipe it. Snipes the kill. Did they get much? Or she's fully ghosted? She's ghosted. So they're going after Hammer, who's 15.5. Man, I got some enthusiasm. Wow, 7 billion siege attack. I wonder if they put archers in that to trick them. Sometimes people put a different lead general and then go after them with, trick them. Okay, so right here, it looks like this guy, 44. Okay, oh, and he has a crappy keep. So this is a guaranteed blind attack. 15 bill, basically, yep, zeroed. Okay, it looks like I'm going to say we. Oh, that's full. Oh, another bad keep. 20 billion with a 2022 city. That should be zero. Oh, 6 billion, go again. They're definitely going to go after him again. They're going to send horse. They're going to try and take him with horse. And archers, yeah. I would have done the same. I might have even sent a small siege. Because he held up. So the horse should take him out now, yeah. These guys have some big power. So they're have marches out or they're ghosting. All right, this guy moved on them. Got a quick teleport. Scooper Coop. Another bad city. 19 billion. This isn't as bad of a city. And when I say bad, I mean, I just mean old. So he held up well. That's actually one of the ones where it's old and you're like, they might be kind of strong. So they're going after Scooper Coop again and possibly Wheelin' Dealin'. No. Wheelin' Dealin' is strong. I'd avoid. Oh, Wheelin' Dealin' was being rallied. Oh, this guy's dead. Someone else is going to get that. Oh, no, he's recalling. Yeah, so I'm not sure if they got him or not. Let's see. No. Oh, that's my battlefield from my alliance. So I can't check them. All right, Sir Drew. Yeah, these are the type of keeps you don't really like to hit. So I'm sure that was a siege. Oh, they're right beside each other, right? Ooh, we need Hef in here to be like, yo, short stains. Why are these guys right beside you? Just giving you the points. Wow, controversy already. And they went beside a hospital so they could heal more for you. And you let them hold it. Oh my God. Shorts. Not sure if you guys catch the jokes there, but in my Discord, those guys were arguing all week over their last round matchup. This guy moved. Oh, no, he didn't. He's still there. Just had some lag. Yeah, he's gone. My basic opinion of it is Hef's team can't control what other people... I don't think Hef asked them for points. I do believe the other team, for whatever reason, decided to give Hef's team points. It could have been just a matter of, let's log in and die beside this K-45 and get our points. Or it could have been, we don't like the other team. Or it could have been, we want to decide the victors. We just want to have fun. Who knows? But they obviously gifted points, I would assume, but I don't think there was two teams communicating about it. A lot of noise upstairs with those kids. Oh, they're going after this guy hard. Okay, let's check the score quickly. So FTS, big lead right now over Phoenix Rising, Explicit, and Life is Infinity. So D-Bones is on LII, Life is Infinity. That's who conquered us. Don't remember that alliance name. I do remember his name. Oh, we got a battle report. It's a scout. T1s for sure, but not many. They're going after the suspense. Oh, he's strong. This is going to be a strong player. 6,000 ideal land. Really good keep. 23 billion, K41. I don't think this archer is going to go well. And I was wrong. It did very well. Very well. Did they do a double on him? Must have been siege then, archers. Went down to 12 and another... no. Those were his reinforcements. Wow. 6,000 ideal land. Bro, you got to get up to like K43 and you'll be really strong with that ideal land and that city. And Shortstain has a real good team. Oh, this is a dead guy. This city, when you see this, it's like, oh, they got him. Nice. Good. I don't like when the little guys can jump like that. Just as a team that rallies a lot, there's nothing I hate than the last second teleport. Waste all your speeds, and you're inevitably going to die anyways. 19.6, and he moved. This one got away. That's actually a keep that I like to have on my... Yes, this is the alliance I said was up and coming. Guess they are new showing. So no, actually, Will, I changed. This is another up and coming alliance. I changed from the other one just because I thought this would be a better battle. I like Shitstain. I want to watch him. And I knew there was other good teams in the battle. And then everyone said that the other team that I said was up and coming that I hadn't heard too much about is actually a team that used to win C3 all the time and then got moved to C2 recently. So they aren't really up and coming. They're just new to C2. But this is a long time C2 team. Am I right on that? Server 474, yes, they are. So they're a team that finally got their act together because they had a merge, I believe. So they are a new team that looks like they can compete and maybe try and get into finals. Ramrod, I know him. He used to be a powerhouse, but he's only K41. So I guess, like many, he's decided I don't want to spend my time and money that much anymore. So lots of ghosts here. Pretty much looks like an easy matchup for... Let's see where these guys are. So this is the guy, K45. 16,000 ideal land, I believe that says. Let's zoom in. Yep, so this guy has Archer Triumph 7 and 8, 6, 7 opened, I guess. This guy's very strong. We should have took his advice when he conquered and sent emails to us, but I feel like our team could probably beat his. Yes, I feel like he would have a violent encounter against Team Violence. It just so happened when he did conquer our throne, we were in a divided... No, we were pre-merge. So we only had like 3.5 keeps. And now we can actually put together like a 70 million rally. Back then our max was like 35, 40 if everyone was online, and most of those marches were K39 or 40. But he is strong, so you never know, because best player on the battlefield usually wins. Sir Drewski. They've been going after this guy a while. He's been holding up a lot. Yeah, man. Like, Evony should do more mergers. Like, more mergers. I don't know what the system should be, but like they should just merge. Like, the team that finishes first should merge with the team that finishes like last in junior Chalons. Second last. Third last. Whatever. Maybe not junior Chalons. Yeah. So that thought is a little bit wrong because there's more than one alliance in Chalons from each server. So maybe COC. The first place COC team on that continent should merge with the last place COC team. And so on. Like, everyone who doesn't win should get a merge, basically, and get a little bit better. Or everyone who doesn't make finals or top 64 or top 32 or... Because, like, there's just no point to do anything related to improving your keep other than, hey, waiting for a merge one day, then my keep will be relevant. That's how most people feel in the game. And they allow merges through buying of cities. So what's the difference? I have heard some rumors, strong rumors, that they may start selling server migration. I've always said, if they do this, this guy has something in there. Yep, 700 million. I've always said, when they do that, it's going to be like a quick, big revenue for the game, but the game's going to end. So it's like the last hurrah for Evony to squeeze our pockets. I just don't... I think it would be amazing for the game. I'm one of the few who are pro-server migration. All the big alliances are anti-server migration because they're at the top, and why would they want to be threatened? They say it would ruin the game, but it wouldn't ruin the game any more than recruiting every big C6 player to 2 alliances. Like, how's that fair for everyone else? Every $100,000 spender goes to 2 alliances. If they did sell them, I would wait and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, I'd chill, let people move, see where things went. I don't think my server would be able to, like, I would never say, hey, my server should be the Surya. I remember this name, but I think that's a common name. But I feel like, no, we've played this XXX team in Battlefield. Yeah, Betsy. Yes, we've played them. That's how I know these guys. And we beat them. So unfortunately, we should have been in major leagues, but our civil war split into 2 alliances, and then by the time we joined back, we had already been slotted into elite. My server would not be a good host server if we decided to get people to play with us. We just have too many basically troll type players on our server. And people who just don't want to play with others. So, like, you'd never get them all into one alliance. So like, our Ymir scores are like 30K for 3 alliances. It's just stupid. So stupid. When you could get together and have 100K. Ramrod. Bro, what you moving for right now? You guys, XXX is in what place? Okay, yeah, okay, they're all fighting for second. I get it. Yeah, keep playing, keep moving. I'm wrong. You guys keep doing your thing. Because the difference here... Oh, LII has no teleports. Go after them. Because the difference between second, third... So first, obviously, advances to move on. Second plays all the second place teams. Third plays all the third. Fourth plays all the fourth. And you move up for higher rewards. So if you get second, you're locked into those top 32 rewards. And they're much better. You get subs, basically. Top 34 get a red sub. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, so if you're in the 1600s Willie Savage, then you should be less than a year old. Is that correct? And if I am correct, then now's the time to basically force everybody choose to play here. They got him. They got 11 billion off that guy. So now's the time to basically, guys, you play here or we're going to fight for it. Like, or you find a, stick in the carrot. Maybe you could find a way to entice them to come. But my experience is if you don't do it early on and force one alliance on server, then people are going to get too big to ever need to join you. You know what I mean? Like they'll all get strong enough on their own where they could kill every monster. You can't hurt them and you can't force them to play with you. And the thing is, it's like no one should be forced to do something. But the thing is, right now you're enemies. As much as you may be friends, you are enemies in terms of you're dividing up the resources rather than sharing them. So you're fighting for those monsters. And it impacts everybody's growth. And if you care to be a good PvP server, you have to be one alliance. I don't believe in we can be part-time alliances for Chalons or meet up for to defend throne. It just won't work because people will be like, yeah, but I'll be ineligible for the next battlefield, so I'm not joining. But And the thing I was going to say there is, like, as much as people may be like, I'm not going to play with that guy, I don't like that girl. It's like, okay, but once you actually join the alliance after, like, one day, you're like, oh, they're the same as everyone else who was in my other alliance, and they're actually nice. Like, we're not arguing over a monster. Yep. And every boss war leads to real war. It's the same on every server, man. So they're going to try and get Ramrod again. I think they have teleports, though. Triple X, yeah, they got 9. It's tough. There's one lady on my server. She's like 15 billion. She takes every event, so spends 4 or 5K a month, does not even enter Battlefield, has no All-Star Dragons, no Wonder 3, but she kills, obscene amounts of monsters every day. I don't understand. Like, we try to tell her, like, just come play with us. Like, oh, got port swap in there, Betsy. Like, there's a whole other world in the game that you're missing out on. Like, who doesn't like PvP? And it's PvP where all your troops heal. They don't even get hurt permanently. And you'd unlock dragons and all this other stuff you can't do. But, man, she beats us in World Boss all the time. I can only beat her in ground now. All her blazons are set to monster. Archer, monster, everything. And I have 45... And she is 44. I got bigger march size. I don't get it. She's so strong. And I think the second biggest player in her alliance is like 4 billion. And we're a 5-year-old server. So like they're doing all this effort. Like just join up with us. You'll get more monsters. You'll learn PvP. We have spots. Like, I don't get it either. Like, it's like she works for Evony just to take monsters to make people angry. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. If I go into here, can I show our ranking of our server? Yeah, this is her general. Like, look at this. Full Rurik Civ, fully ascended. Like, so strong. VMG, come join us. Bring your whole team. We'll make room for everyone. Yes. Well, she got her Wonder 2 a long time ago. Maybe someone did it for her. I don't know. It was done in a different era, right? Wasn't Cape 45. She's definitely had it before Cape 40. Or at the Cape 40 era or before. But she's strong. I'm sure she could go in SVS, take a hit, and a solo and be positive easily. And even a rally with a rain or two, she'd be very strong. She's easily the third best keep on the server, and she's only 15 billion. Then there's another 50 billion that's also good, but buff wise, just look at World Boss, she's doubling the 4th place person. So our top 3 are very strong, but one of them doesn't do PvP. But I've seen, it's weird because I've seen players just like that on other servers. And then they got a merge. And then they joined the new PvP alliance just to see how it was, and they loved it. And then they became one of the best PvP players on the server. The PvE part, I love growing the city. I love doing the math in my head. I need this many more days to get this many more resources for this building. And then I'm done. Then I could do troops. I love that part of it. But, it's all for PvP. What's D-Bones sitting at right now? 83 billion. I don't think he's lost any power. Can we see personal scores here? So D-Bone's at 100K. Sir Drewski's at 113. He's the one taking all the defenses from FTS. So FTS has Shitstain, Fuggin' Coffee, and Wheelin' Dealin'. Okay, so Wheelin' Dealin' must have come from their merge. I believe they got a merge. Because I know Wheelin' Dealin' from All-Stars and the name, and he's always really good. Yeah, 45. I'm pretty sure. We have players that just spend on C1 as well. Players get scared to PvP, just have to go through. It boggles my mind. So I actually understand why C1 would be scared. You stopped coining. A long time ago, 3B, 4B, you were untouchable. I know people who would fall asleep on enemy server at 4B, K35 days, wake up, no problem. No one would dare hit them because you'd lose so many troops in the process. You'd have to rally them 11 times because rally cap was only 11 million. And then K40 came and it was wow, rally cap 40 million? And people started to get really scared and not play. And now rally cap's 100 million. So I see why players who are under 8 billion are just terrified to play. Or players who are 11 billion, K40, and they don't spend much. And they see one of their friends go out and get hit by a siege and lose 2 billion and can't recover. I totally... FTS, someone just Goldfinger. I think that was the first-person shooter game, James Bond. Was it Goldfinger? That was a great game. So, people who are scared to PvP in C1 are, long-time people who never got wings in their even our RC2. There's people on our server who don't have wings, and I see it. And they're just building that power. They're up to 6 billion now, 7 billion, 8 billion. Still got those 1,100 buffs. And one day we're going to see them in, because I see them pop up every 10 SVSs or so, and they have a really bad score, like gave up 1 billion, got 30 million points. And they're just thinking that if I just keep building that power, that minus 1B is going to become 400 million. And it's not going to work that way. You're going to be minus 2B and 100 million. Zero. Big zero on that one. Yeah, Shitstain's got a real nice team. So this guy moved. It's like the only way for those people to get wings now is basically cheat, trade, trick someone into something, or just get mad reigns and eat a rally. Just build up your embassy, get like 30 million in there, and had to close the door. A kid came down the stairs, get like 30 million, and just accept that, like, hey, I might get 1 billion, but I'm going to give up 2 billion, and hopefully people aren't too mad. $50 is definitely coming. Golden Eye, yeah, that's right. Goldfinger. That might have been like the bad guy's name. Or a different movie of James Bond. Golden Eye, yeah, that was it. It was so good. I used to love the map that was kind of in like a warehouse where you could run around up top the outside perimeter of the room and look down and shoot people. That was my favorite map. I can't remember what it was called. Ali. Okay, so Hospital Buff is going there. Supplies preview. So, is there... Yeah, there's no siege buff. I talked about that with teammates. I was like, there's no siege buff. There's ground, mount, archer, and there's only siege mercenary. Or maybe that's just the possible one for this time, and they change. Yeah, 50 is definitely coming. I'd be shocked if it's not. They said in the last developer call, no 50. We know the players don't want it. They'll be really angry. Like they care. As if they care about anything like that. Plus, they said no 40, and they said no 45, and they both came. So 50's coming. It's a matter of when. Like, they're giving us a lot of stuff, right? They're giving us all these Crimson Crystals to get your debuffs up with Spirit Beast. So it has to be... So they do testing. So they're... Like, they do testing where... They have to know that, oh, the new buffs we're giving for attack are going to be so strong that we have to give people a chance to defend this. So I think they're letting people build up their defensive debuffs a little bit right now because something's coming. And maybe it's not 50, but something's coming that's really going to strengthen offense. Like, they've been doing it, right? Like, look at military tactics. Like, if you go here in the rally spot, and rally capacity at the bottom in battlefield 2%. And that's only going to get up, you could get up to 15%. So add that on top of what you have. I bet this All-Stars, you're going to be seeing like 115 million rallies, maybe pushing 120. It's pretty crazy. Like I'm 54 billion. The last All-Stars, so first round you should still be able to eat a good rally and lose like 6 billion, 5 billion. But second round and on, you get hit. I think minimum 15 billion coming off me. They're going to be so strong. But people have so many speeds. So many. Like, look at this. Here's my speeds. So I'm still doing buildings, so I'm using some of those. But like my heel speeds, like look at this stuff. So that's 3 days. That's 7,000 days right there. That's another 6,000 days. So 342 divided by 8. So that's another like 5,000 days. Like all of this, just ridiculous amounts of speeds. And I have lots of Cerberus boxes and stuff not opened. So, and I'm just one player, and think of all the players. Like we got Big T out there bragging that he never uses a heal to kill a monster. Or in Battlefield because they win. So he would probably have double my speeds. Maybe even quadruple. Because they kill so many more monsters than us because they have never been reported for auto setting or anything like that and got banned. Maybe they don't do it. Maybe they work hard. But they're getting 100,000 monsters a day and killing it. And so are many other alliances. And that is the type of heal speed you're going to be up against in All-Stars. They're just going to destroy people. So you could sit there and just eat, and heal and get those points. So you just have to not worry about it and play and see what happens. Yeah, they did say they'd add a new battlefield. There was one. I previewed it a couple months ago. You're C6, so did you get it? It was a 30-minute battlefield. Was it called like Battle of Zuma? I never heard anything about it though. So it was sent out to servers, but no one ever reported playing it or what it was like. Oh, this is 7B. Strong keep. Let's see how he does. So he lost only 200 million on a siege. And then they sent a horse, and he lost only 100 million. So I'm just going to guess that this guy is built no siege, very little horse, and he's just all archers and ground. Okay, this is a strong keep. This is a guy who full caked just a few months ago. Yeah, so, oh, now they got him. Oh, he's down to 5 billion. He either healed or he's fully ghosted at 5 billion. Attack 1. Okay, that's a solo. Let's see what type of buffs they're working with here. 3,200 archer, so that's not their top player though. That's just an average filler. That's good buffs for, here we go, 500. So portals, yeah, nobody's port lock, gonna be a tough one. Yeah, Battle of Zuma. Man, I'd love a half-hour battle. And they could totally do it. They could just limit teleports, half-hour battle, done. But two of Evony's biggest moneymakers are heal speeds and teleports. People don't exactly buy them, but you buy march speeds because the battle's so long. So you need gems. And Evony wants people to teleport because then people use gems over and over, speeding, and they want people to heal because then people use speeds over and over. Like, Battlefield's a big moneymaker for them indirectly. The items people buy for them, not just the buffs. It's actually why SVS, why they sell those heal 70% of your troops for $10 packages, because Evony used to, a long time ago, SVS was their big moneymaker. They wanted people, their thought was kill everybody and they'll pay money to heal. But I think they saw player retention was gone because people were like, I'm not doing this all over again. So then they made it so SVS is easy to heal because they want big power in battlefields because people will pay money for battlefields. So 1 second, I'll be back in 1 minute. I'll leave the score up. Yeah. All right, I'm back. So my 4-year-old came down. She's so smart to say, Dad, remember you told me on Saturdays I get to water my plant? I told her this like 2 weeks ago. Crazy. So I used that opportunity to fill my coffee as I had to go up to see what she was saying. Triple X. Yeah, they're a good alliance. So 42, 43, 44, 44, 42. And then obviously there's other players. Triple X, who they got up there in the score? Betsy, yeah, that's a strong one. And I don't think, is Betsy there? There's Betsy coming in for the port swap. Did they get it? Or just came in to reinforce? Truly, after 1 hour, we're done. They could make SVS great again by merging servers, making states. Have the big event be a week. Wow, that would be awesome. So a lot to talk about there. Allowing the owner of the capital to draft troops. Did you play Evony 1 and 2, Will? Because a lot of the stuff you're talking about was in there. So draft troops. So in Evony 2.0 on the browser, they had a conscription. You could... Okay, so let's go back to Evony 1. So Evony 1, you could own 10 cities. Like your main city that you have right now, you could make 10 real cities. And they were like alts. But obviously you'd make one city your capital because you needed these, like, let's just say coupon, to turn the highest building level was 10. So everything like your barracks 10, or workshop 10, that sort of stuff. Main city, like keep level 10. And you got these coupons and you could only use so many. So you turn them into 10. So one of basically all your cities would be 9s, but one would be 10s. All 10s. And people could steal that. So if I was to attack you, I could take 9 of your 10 cities, but I couldn't take the last to eliminate you from the game. So what people would do as defense, if you were just under attack nonstop from an alliance, and attacks took like 7 hours, like on the map. There was no march speeds. You could only teleport very limited, so it would take like 7 hours to travel the map in Old Evony, which was good for an adult because you work jobs, right? Oh, the attack's 4 hours away. I'll get home after work and defend it. They could take 9 of your cities. So if you were really under duress, you could just delete your 9 other cities and they couldn't take your capital. Fast forward to Evony 2, they could take your capital, but they could only conscript it. So they'd be inside of it. You'd be a colony of theirs, and they could conscript troops from you and resources. Just every day, 15% of all your stuff that you make for the day. So that was awesome. And so you did play them. Great. So the part I really liked about Evony 1 was server maps led into each other. They were massive maps. Massive. And you could cross the border and go into the other server territory, but it was like so far away. And it just like, you couldn't do it. Like you'd have to go camp, like the camp function here where you could place a camp down and it just wasn't worth it. But you could slowly move your territory over after you've conquered your own and get to your border and start to move over. Man, Evony 1 was great. I was looking for a game like Evony 1 forever. And then I found this and it was like, this is the closest one to it. So played it, but it definitely isn't as like vicious, like conquering wise. Like you could lose your stuff in Evony 1. This, it's like, I could hit heal. I loved Evony 1. Evony 2 I didn't like. I quit. I didn't like the idea that I couldn't take people's stuff and I could just colonize them. Also, Evony 1, if you spent $250, you were king. Evony 2, it started to become a lot more expensive, and I wasn't into spending on games at that time. Bad Bunny. Where is that player? I know that name. But it could just be Bad Barbie I'm thinking of. Probably is. Sweet Okoli, 14 billion. Let's do a score check. 780 for the Stain Man. 418, 416. Quite the battle for second place. And Phoenix is done. Phoenix is done. They are no longer in contention. They should just save all their heal speeds for next round. We had literal rocket scientists in Age 1 making battle plans. You had to time your marches. Yeah, they were like... You had like a 1 second or 0.99 of a second wiggle room where you had to land within. Yeah, it's crazy. I remember. You'd get the landing time and then try and time your attack. Yeah, it was nuts. And you had scout bombers on your team, people who had like 2 million scout, and because they'd have to break through their scouts to be able to attack. You'd have like a wood shop, a lumber yard. All your different cities would be geared towards one resource. And then you'd attack someone and we're going after their lumber yard so we can make more archers, archer towers. So that's one of my biggest problems with Evony. I've always wanted so your traps, why can't your fire arrows, which are archer towers, why can't they fire more than once? It's done after one shot. You shouldn't have to heal it unless someone defeats you and tears them down. Archer towers were the biggest line of defense. I remember Age 1, me and my alliance, there was farmers, people who didn't know how to play. We'd go take their resources. We'd tell them we're coming around to collect taxes like once a week. And the deal is we'll only come around once. So people's resource fields were outside of their city in age 1. So you could go get the resources and not harm them. They could close the gates. No troops would be hurt. They'd just give you the resources. But if they had archer towers, you would get hurt. And they wouldn't risk anything on defense. So you'd make a deal. You cannot build wall defenses. You can't build traps. You can't build archer towers. And then sometimes they'd sneakily build them and you just lose all your like caravan. All your transport trucks would just die. They'd make you so mad. And they'd probably be so happy. Like, I tricked that MFer. Tricked him. Guy who's been taxing me forever finally fought back. It was probably their best day ever. So I actually feel like traps are actually really strong in Evony. Just no one builds them because no one wants to put resources into a one-time thing. But if you look at this, let's go into my workshop. So let's look at T16. 32,000 attack, HP 35,000, defense 17. Okay, so total defense and HP is 51,000 and attack is 32,000. Then you go into Trap Factory, 50,000 attack. So that could basically wipe out a T16 siege. One shot. They're very strong. Just no one makes them. So what's the highest? And no one upgrades it. So what's the highest one I have? 33,000. So that could wipe out a T14, basically. They are very strong. No one's making them. So to upgrade my Trap Factory, 1.5 billion, like who's going to do that? 1.5 billion. You can just make troops. And people would rather have their troops that live forever defend. But I do think that traps are very strong. But the other problem is the accuracy. Like how many T16 traps, whatever the level is. Wow, they're joining fast there, right? How many of those do you have to make to guarantee one attack on the opponent that actually hits them? That's another problem too. You could go through all that effort and build all of that. So you're talking like a billions investment, like hundreds of billions investment to get the Trap Factory up to a high enough level and to build the traps. And then they all get torn down both from firing and from battlefields where you get zeroed and then your traps are gone. So they have to do something about that. Or maybe they just see it as like traps are a investment for the rich and an advantage for people like that. So if you look at my traps, the ones I have, I just focus on level 1 and 2 and 3. So I have 686,000 of them. They do 1,500 damage. Nothing great. These ones do 2,800. I got a bit of those. I just started. 5,200. We'll make some. And level 4. So 10,000 you're getting up to. 17,000. Okay, so level 5 start to become really strong. What do they cost? They cost a bit, not too much. Level 7, oh, that's the wrong one. Level 7 fire, 33,000. Let's see what that level 6 does. Level 6. These are the ones. 26,000, so that's pretty strong. So I think there is something to be said about traps. There just hasn't been enough experiments on them because like I said, it's a big investment and it seems like a waste of resources. Especially with the way Evony doesn't let people have 50 alts anymore. Punkster. Yeah, everybody's stuck on K35 traps. Why would you increase it? Like my plan, so I've just done wall. That was like 70 billion each. Now I got to do this to unlock my final 16, 30 billion each. Then I got to do the actual Archer camp, 100 billion each. And then I got to start making them. And I still have other stuff I got to do too. I got to do VC10. I could probably move gear around now and dragons around and do that, but is it worth doing that for the 1%? I'd rather unlock, and then I got to get Shrine up to get those 5% buffs. It's so much to do. No one is able to do traps. I'd love to know if the really big players who sit at like like 100 billion, are they doing traps? There's probably like 1 or 2 alliances out there who are like, shut up, Genghis. Shut up. We have traps. It's one of the keys to our defense. Betsy, healing. Betsy just healed 15 billion. Yeah, so I build traps. I do mostly low levels, and I don't build them for the killing effect. I build them for layering effect and just, I don't know, just something like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. For me, building the big traps is annoying because we probably are winning like 75% of our battles right now, but the one we don't win, I get 0 and I lose all my traps. So I don't want to put too much into it. But I got these, I get, sometimes in SVS, when you have a big loss, like an attacking loss, you get stuff. So right now I have or you get hit in a building. So I have level 5 chest traps. I'm going to open those for All-Star and see what happens. But those look like they're Abatis, so mounted ones. So they probably won't even help me that much. So it's almost a waste to open them. And but you got to open them eventually. So why not pick a time, right? It's clear, I'm never going to be at a point where I'm so strong, I never get 0'd in Battlefield. I'm always going to get 0'd once in a while. $33B, looks like Betsy's gonna get attacked again. They're coming at her with horse. That I'm going to assume that's a fake. And they're going after someone that's probably, no, that's a defense, 20 billion. Let's see how FTS does on defense. Gave up only 2.1, and there's the man. He's 45. The stain is 45. Entropy's 45. So that's 3. Wheeling dealing. Okay, so is Polo getting attacked, or is Polo setting rallies now? Looks like Polo's setting some rallies. I wonder if that's because he's a good rally setter, or he's trying to move up in points for some reason. I don't see Polo. I don't see him in the points anywhere. Am I missing something on his name? Level 43, Polo. Has a period after it. Should be easy to find. Is he that low? Holo Chicken. How am I not finding this guy in here? Right there. 20th. 42,000. Yeah, so they're going after Betsy again. She did heal to 33. She's down to 21 again. So that's a double attack. She's down to 15. She healed up to 18. Down to 14. I think she used her dragon heal there. That seems like the math of what you'd get. Down to 11. She's getting some reinforcements. And I just assume it's a girl. Even though it's not Betsy, it's Bestie or Beastie. So it could be a guy. But we'll continue to go with Betsy and assume it's a strong female player. And she teleported. So score. Wow, they're at 1 million. How did these guys lose to Hef's Alliance? Like, I know that it's hard to overcome a third team playing a factor in a battle, but they maybe got that guy. He lost only 200 million. Seems like he would have lost maybe a solo came in, like a solo siege before. But they have that many K45s and they are fast. I know Hef's team got a merge also. They got a merge that did not work out for their alliance in particular because the merged players all went to another alliance on server. But now it looks like everyone's coming back to them. So I guess the jury's still out of how strong their alliance is as they slowly start to add spare parts. And all it takes is like you add 2 or 3 K41s who are 10 bill. That's an extra 20 million in your rally. Seems like you didn't add much on paper. People are like, oh yeah, you added a couple 10 billion players. Wow, that's nothing nowadays. But it actually matters. It actually is a lot. I wish I could add 3 more K40s who know how to teleport and avoid attacks. Because Hef didn't bring squishy players. She's wasting a lot of heals. Yeah, so she's on Triple X. And I guess like she's put them in the lead for second place. I would say it's not a waste. Last Chalons, when we were in this round of 64, we pushed hard to get second place, but we drew a very bad matchup. Very bad. And we actually drew a very bad matchup in round 4, which took us out of top 16, which caused us to get a bad matchup. We had like 4 equal teams, and we just couldn't push ahead. And we had no 45. It was tough. But unlike Hef, who you just mentioned, we brought squishy players. I have a hard time saying no to people who contribute every day that know you can't play the most fun part of the game. So people who find monsters, rally monsters, talk. Well, we're gonna have to go to a do not disturb on here. We had an incoming FaceTime call from my mom. Not sure if you guys saw that, but it basically just gave you another close-up of my face. So this player already teleported before the attack came. You can see they were there and they're not. Yeah, so Hef seems to run his team like military style. Like, you don't contribute, you don't play. And I would love to do that. So we don't allow people who don't contribute into Battlefield for sure. But we do allow them into the Alliance. Man, my mom keeps calling me. Stop it. And I have to send her a message. Don't call. Yeah, so got a little distracted there with telling my mom to not FaceTime me. And yeah, so what I was saying was the other thing that we have with our alliance of why we will allow people in the alliance who don't contribute much, and lots of, this drives me nuts, but there's people who, if we were to say, hey, we need more space, you got to go, you're not contributing, they'd immediately become active somewhere else on server, stealing all the monsters and causing problems. So there's people who are in, we don't have too many of them now, but we used to do that. We've kind of got rid of most of those players, but it's like, oh, now you're super active all of a sudden. Didn't log in for 200 days. Can't even do Alliance Science. Those people are always weird to me, like suspect. Like, are they just someone's secret alt? Why are they all of a sudden able to be super active when they're not getting their way? But otherwise, they're happy to just auto-join for months. Man, real funny story on that, Will. My first summer or Christmas home from university, just, brought someone home and got told that there's rules still in this house, even though you don't live here full time. Knocking on the door. Are you in there alone? Yes. Would not go away. Went down to check the shoes. No, you're not. Get out. Went to my sister's room, who is 4 years older, and moved away. Then I obviously tried to sneakily bring back, and I got caught again. And then she drove her home and then asked if I wanted to come for the ride. I'm like, no, the worst ride ever. I'm not going on this. And then I hid in my bedroom till like 5 p.m., avoiding contact with the rest of the family, and then finally had to get out for dinner time and get the talk. It's just like, just stop it. I get it. I don't need this conversation. Very embarrassing at the time, but quite the funny story now. Good thing this is a black and white camera, because I'm sure my face is red, still from embarrassment from it. Like, I still remember. I don't care what you do at your own place, but at my house. Oh. And it was a former girlfriend from high school too, so it wasn't like a complete stranger. Like, come on, Mom, grow up. Man, that's so long ago. It's 20 years ago. More. It was still the 90s. It would have been like 99 or 2000, like right around there. Depending if it was Christmas or summer. Actually, it was summer. Because I remember I was finished first year, and I went back to the year below me's graduation party. That's what it was. It was a summer grad party for high school. And I was the big shot, just done 1 year of school, coming to give them all advice. And try to steal the women, obviously. That was every university guy's dream. I'll come back and be the big shot. And then when you're in high school, you hated the people who were gone away and just wouldn't go away. Shitstein is 38 billion. Man, everyone with this, the narcissists on the Lion, they are so strong. Like, if there was one event you could have spent money on in the past 2 years, that was it. Everyone who did that has that ground general, all the other stuff that was sold in that event. They are just light years ahead of everybody. It's the same everywhere. Everyone hates the new guy. Like, if you're in a small town and there's a new guy at a bar, all the girls love him and every guy hates him. Who's that guy? I'm from a small town of like 40,000 people. So everyone knows everyone. Anyone new just stands out. It's like, who is that? New competition? He's not welcome here. D-Bones. 69. So he's lost 14 billion power, but probably all from attack. Probably all siege. But it looks like he has... wow, they're sending 90 billion sized rallies. They are strong. Looks like D-Bone has a bit of a team back together. Everyone rallying beside him. And they've moved... So all of Betsy's healing... Whoever, let's see, who wins the award? William wins it. She's wasting lots of heals. All of it was a waste because to be down 50,000 on second place with 45 minutes left, you're probably not making that up. You're probably done. FTS should just, in my opinion, counter rally. Just play defense, do the big T and pre-rain, and counter on Triple X. Or no, Lil, LAI, and Triple X, as they both would hit you because they don't want to give each other points. I have to rephrase that. That's not the Big T turtle. This would be a winning strategy from Neff that Big T says they did the same, but when you have the lead, pre-raining is smart, is fun, is the way to go. But when you do it at the start of the battle, that's when people make fun of you. But once you get a lead, it's like, yeah, okay, you can hit into us. It's okay. So this guy's 7 billion. I bet he's full of rains. K41. And let's see the attack come. I bet he's going to do well on it. Goldfinger asking if he should port. Let's see what they tell him. So they're multi-scouting him to see if he'll get tempted into a teleport. What'd they tell Goldfinger if he should port or not? Didn't give him any advice yet. Goldfinger's over here. So it looks like they just keep scouting him. Goldfinger took it. Nice. Yeah, you got to take it now. You have the lead. Get the points. They want to hit you. I hate teams like... Yeah, no point healing. I never understand. So when the battle's decided and people are still teleporting, well, just get hit and take your points. You get a thrill from making the other team spend 1,000 gems to send and speed, and you move at the last second. Well played by FTS. And I'm going to guess right now, what does FTS stand for? Let's see. View Alliance. FTS. Okay. F that shit. Good. I actually was going to guess that's what the S was. Didn't know what the rest was. But I did think it was that. So is the F the only word I didn't know? I thought it'd be find or fix or fill, but I guess I didn't go with the obvious one. So Madam is about to get hit. 18.8. Let's see how she does. Yeah, they for sure. Just save the heals. No one should heal at all on FTS. Yeah, like for Evony, okay, so this battle is done. We can all agree there's like no reason to continue playing the last 40 minutes. I could literally just show this building or the score the entire time and no one would miss out on anything. We know right now that, let's see. I guess Triple X is a little bit close, but this battle's over for first. Second is probably like 75% chance it's over. This battle could be an hour. And it would just make people play a bit harder in the second half of that first hour to get the scores. But the result's going to end up the same. I don't know why they insist on 2 hours. Like, Evony wants to take over your life. Like, you are not allowed to do anything else in life, including work a full-time job to pay for Evony, which is just stupid. But, like, they have to know the average age of their player is probably, like, 35. So people have jobs and lives and families, and 2 hours is a lot to give up, especially, like, next weekend, 2 hours on back-to-back days. Yo, Jimbo. All right, see ya, Savage. Jimbo is in my alliance. This could be us. This team, they're sending 90 million rally size now. They're a decent team. 2 decent teams who got a merge. And they do have some more 45s. They got 3, and then a 44, and the rest are 43 and down. But we're 2 44s. But we're about 4 45s, 3 40. They have 5 45s, 3 44s. So stronger than us for sure. But you never know what we would be if, like, it's April, so 9 months since the merge, if the whole server was united for the last 9 months, what size people could have become. So this would be an example of a very successful merge. Evony should be very happy with that result. Because this was, I know that Stain's team was a team that was always fighting to be in the top 64. And now they're looking like a team that could be top 8. I really like how they played today. So they're 30 billion K42. And this late in the battle, so it might even be stronger. That is a big K42. Even for qualifying Chalons, I'd rather they not have Battlefield be happening at the same time. But Battlefield is the qualifying for Chalons. Lost 15 billion on that one. Triple X might heal here. Yep, 31 billion K42. I knew he'd heal in between. And he only lost 6 billion, so wow. They are going to make another comeback going for second place. But they're still far behind, and they're doing it all on defense. That's going to be tough. Qualifying for the next round of Chalons. I think they should have a main team battle and a secondary team battle, so alliances can have more people. Yes. Even if only one team's ranked, to the honor rounds. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean now. So this player's 0. Will they heal again? Yeah, that's... I also do not like BOC Saturday, Chalons Sunday. It's a lot. It was easier for us because we played Elite. So it was like, to the wife, like, yeah, okay. Give me 20 minutes on Sunday. But I remember the last time when we were serious and we went 6 weeks in Chalons every Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, she wasn't happy with that. That was a lot. Because she has to take the kids for 2 hours on Saturday and Sunday alone. So this guy's turn now. 26 billion. Snow. How many names in this game are from Game of Thrones, eh? 18 billion. $13 billion, and this guy's coming in to take a defense, I guess, or reinforce. $1.3 billion for FTS. So I think they actually do still have something to play for. Oh, Triple X has taken the lead on LII. Snow has healed. So they have to play for, I believe. So next round, there'll be the top 16 teams, and then only the winner will advance. And you obviously want a high score, so you're one of the top 4 seeds. So I guess that's what they're playing for. And LII, they may have to get some advice from the other 2 teams, maybe. For those who don't catch my reference from the start of the battlefield, LII Alliance conquered us and sent us daily emails of how to be a better server. So I think they're actually are they located right here? Nope, that's Phoenix. And Phoenix has given up. They are in last. But I remember when LI conquered us, we couldn't do anything about it. They were much stronger than us. It was pre-merge. Vista. What's he got? 7,000 ideal land. Yeah, they have some strong players, but they just aren't deep enough. They need a merge now. Welcome to the world of needing a merge. 800. Wow, what? Okay, so is this a temporary city and not the big spending one? Because only 800 ideal land, you spend that much. You should have much higher ideal land. I used to really dislike this keep, but I like it now. It's got that old vintage style look to it. Oh, Frank about to get hit hard. Frack 2.0. 9 billion K41. Zero. Snow is down to 4 billion. Wow, look at all those reinforcements he had. Holy cow. Wow. That was a lot. Should have just not moved and kept taking it and just done a heal. So they've moved into a clear second, so I was completely wrong about who would get second place. And they've done it all on defense. So sometimes that means you exhausted all your possible points and then the other team can come back. Like LII has yet to start doing the defensive stuff. Yeah, no, the game. And then SVS, like. SVS is a whole other world of committing your whole life to the game for a week, every second weekend. And it's like, I wish Throne acted like a temple where the timer didn't reset, but make it long, like 16 hours. So you got to hold it for 16 hours, but not consecutively. You can take breaks, then you come back and okay, it's at 5 hours. Let's get a bit more time on it, or 12 hours. And then the other team can hold it, and it takes time off. Like when you rebuild your Alliance Hive and the HP starts climbing back up. Maybe something like that. But for 4 or 5 hours, like, okay, but people got to sleep. So if people time your server when they're sleeping and you're not one of those servers that, you know, in my opinion, cheats, gives passwords out to 30 different people in Evony and they all take turns in Throne Wars. Everybody enjoys the game differently. But there's a group of people out there. It's like 50, 60 people. Basically like 15 alliances. And they all share passwords. And they play all of those SVSs. And they're just rotating phone. And they're powerhouses. So like they don't truly have to be online. Like they don't have to recall and change reinforcements and stuff. People aren't hitting them. And they just go and conquer all the thrones. And That's their enjoyment. And then occasionally you see a post in a group, Discord group, about how they got hacked and someone did something to their keep, and please email Evony to support them. And it's not a real hack. It's more like someone who had my password abused it. And Evony gives everything back, but it takes a bit of time. Scores. Wow. Wheelin' Dealin' has almost 300,000 points. That's crazy. And the Stain Man, 158. That should be Shitstain's next video. I don't know if you saw. He made a video the other day. He should make one with Soundgarden's Spoon Man and make it Stain Man. And he should have his own, like, WWE wrestling walk-in theme song. Like a heavyweight boxer. Stain Man. And by the way, I hate calling it WWE. I'm still WWF all the way. That's what I grew up with before they got sued by the World Wildlife Federation. Betty got that swap down. SVS battle of the 45-44s. Yep. It's 45-44s and full rain T1 traps, hoping someone hits them. I hit one yesterday. Someone posted a scout with no rains, so I went over, but luckily I was cautious and did it with a small T11 march, siege march, and it didn't come out too bad. It was like, I got 100 million, I gave up 250 million, nothing crazy. I knew not to go with a full march because there just wasn't enough points showed of the big troops on the trap keep, but then there was rains that I was told there wasn't. And that's why the siege failed, because I was just going after the archers and the little bit of siege. I think they need to let some other mechanisms of short events during SVS to gain actual points would have people be more engaging and even caring about if their bubble. War of the Fillers. Yeah, like they have temples. Full ghosters can go do that. Little guys, that's annoying. Like, it's like you can't even defend it. And then monsters, 5 minutes, hop back and forth, but they're not worth enough points. Maybe they could have like go to enemy server, kill monsters without a bubble, and you get like triple the amount of points versus if you kill it with a bubble. Like really entice people to play more, but also just give like, just at this point, just give free heals. Just give free heals. Or just say like $5 pack free heal for the weekend. Or like $5, your troops will all heal at the end of SVS, but you can't heal them during SVS. They'll never do that because they make money with souls. But something, yeah, something drastically has to change with it. Healing is, like, there is the heal pack. Don't think I can see it while I'm in Battlefield. Maybe I can. Is it in here? There is the two heal packs. One will heal 30% and one will heal 70% of your power back. I don't think it's in here. I have to have the event tab and it won't let me see it. But there is that for $10. And you get a bunch of Source of Life with it. So if you really want to play, $10. $10 could be better spent elsewhere for your growth. But if you're just looking at it from a pure entertainment standpoint, I guess you do get to heal with it. Yeah, Braveheart, that's the event. And yeah, increasing rewards, you're right. It will still just be the big keeps playing. They need to do something to protect the smaller players. Like, I couldn't imagine being a player who can't full ghost, can't handle a solo T1 trap. I couldn't imagine being one of them and playing SVS. It's just like, yeah, okay, so my whole keep's gone. Because I used to be there when I first started the game. My first SVS ever, I went to another server and started to kill some monsters. And my bubble ran out and I didn't understand there was a time for the march to come back that well. I was only 25 million or 30 million in power, but back then people were only 250. So like I was decent size. That's crazy to think that like 30 million power was decent size. I remember just getting 0. I was devastated. Then I didn't play SVS for so long. That was like 5-6 years ago. And then when I finally played again, I built up to like 300 million back when people were like 1.5 billion, and I was full ghost capable. And I would just go to the other server, full ghost, and I played like 30 hour weekends. It finally got wings after doing it a few times. But that's the way to do it. You have to be able to full ghost or just don't bother. I think not many people are getting tricked into hitting trap keeps anymore. Like the only reason people are even hitting trap keeps, like the only reason I even hit that person yesterday was just because it's so hard to get points now. Because everybody's not playing. There's no points available. So it's like, well, you got to take a chance once in a while and just hit. Let's see where all these marches are going and find that hive. Like, they've done a lot to entice people to play SVS, like Senate rewards. But, like, our server was bad at SVS for so long. And it took me, like, a year to complete the Senate with SVS stuff. Because we would just lose all the time. So it's like, why am I even going to try and get 2 billion and then just lose? Goldfinger about to get hit. I don't know what they could do to entice smaller players to play more. They could increase embassy size for SVS, but they would probably stupidly increase rally cap at the same time. So Siege, he's at 13-3. Only lost 1.3. Good defense. Probably completely full of reins. And now Archer's coming in to that 12B. 9.7. And now ground. This one's going to splat for sure. 7.2. So 2.5. Not bad. Are they doing a horse now too? Nope. Yes, they gave up. But well, that could be something else attacking right now, unless they're doing a scout. I don't see a dragon, so it's probably, but reinforcements are being rearranged. So LII is coming back for second place. They are now down 33,000. Okay, scores up. I will come back in a minute. All right, let's see. Refresh that score. Oh, wow. So LII is now 20. It's, man, my math, 15,000 behind. They are, oh, Betsy's making a rally. They also want some points, so I guess they have realized that their second place is not secure anymore. And they've come right beside them to take some defenses. Betsy's at 20 billion. So they're quadruple setting on entropy. And the rallies are not very big. 40 billion is the biggest one. So they just launched one. Entropy's healing in the middle of it. Yeah, they're not going very well, but they're getting a few thousand points, and it's not about negative. Oh, that one was really bad. And it's not about negatives anymore. It's just about get points anywhere you can. And they're going after this guy. It's just about get points anywhere you can. And oh, so Triple X did all those and got like 3,000 points. So if I was Betsy right now, what I would be doing is I would be like hovering right here and trying to move in for a port swap in the event that Catechist moves. Or set a rally and try and send it after one of LII's hit. But I guess they don't have the information I have. They don't know where the rally's going. $8,000 point battle for second now. 15.6. 15. Okay, so they're not getting many points either, but they are within 5,000 now. 15.1 goes down after that siege to 12. Okay, they should have took second now. Oh, a dead tie. 900 points separating second and third place. And looks like Betsy launched an attack that got 50 points. Within 500 now. So, Betsy, you got to get your team to heal a march or so, or go do buildings or something. In 2 minutes, there's going to be... So Betsy's launching a rally on Dragon. Oh, that's a bad target, man. K44. That's a bad one. You don't got like a 40 somewhere for you? Yeah, go after... Joy Boy. There you... Oh, that's on Betsy's team. Oh, wow, that's rough. That's the best target they got is Dragon at 12 billion. Cataclysm looks strong. I would guess there's a lead change now. LII is up by 1,200 points now, and Betsy's launched. Within 300 points now. Wow, so intense for second place. It's a big deal, though. Second place secures a red sub for your alliance, or more. Third place has to then battle other teams for only 2 out of 16 teams getting a red sub. So there is a lot on the line here. And Triple X has taken the lead. So Triple X is... What is the Ghost Man doing here? What's his goal? Is he trying to port people away, or is he looking for small amounts of troops? LII has an 11-point advantage again. Fiston. Launching something somewhere. Oh, Wheelan going after the portal. Yep, great strategy. Oh, my bad. Oh, yes, actually. So I was correct in what I was saying, but they did it wrong. So LII should have stayed in the portal for the defense, even if you know your troops are all going to get smacked. Just for the defense, for the points. But 5,000 point lead now on second. I just don't see how Betsy comes back from that. Catechus. And I'm going to say it's actually for sure the name is Beastie now that I look at it with where I could see the symbols. Yeah. So they're just going to do siege after siege and hope for some points. Oh, but looks like LII had the same plan, I think. So they're within 3,000. 2,000, 1,800 actually. So it seems like FTS is staying out of it. And by that I mean they're just going to play defense and say, you guys want points off of us? Do it. So they're doing Triple X is doing another multiple round. They're not going well at all, but that's not the point. They've taken the lead again. Come on. They were down 5,000. Oh, that's a 4 or 5 man rally. So LII is sneaking an attack in there at the same time. I would just keep running Siege. It's the only one that's working for you. Just keep running it. It's getting your most points. You got a 400-point lead. Oh, they're down 4,000 now. They just hit Dragon. Okay, there's your target now, Dragon. Triple X. Oh, 11,000. They just hit someone else too. Was it a double on Dragon? Yeah, now it has to be over. Triple X has come back so many times for second, but 10,000 now? 400 apart. So I guess that's a delayed reaction. But I guess FTS is watching this also. So Fiston LII is just going after Dragon. So you should be doing the same. I would just guess that Triple X is just, they're done. I don't think they have heals. Seems like they're out of it. Looks like they got one rally going here. Horse. So their goal might be here, just try and time the last kill shot. 6.5. And I think he got zeroed there. Who got it? Oh, Triple X did sneak in and get the kill shot. So great strategy by Beastie, formerly known as Betsy. Wow, great strategy. That was really good. And within 1,000 again. Oh my God, 1,100 points. That was an amazing strategy by Triple X. Really good move. LII has to be furious on that. And now they're going to go after this player who I think is ghosting. I don't think there's any points there. No, there was. There was 500. Oh. Triple X has a 4,000 point lead. This is the most exciting end of a Chalons round of 64 I've ever streamed. Man, this is great. And now they're just going to completely splat out on Dragon. Or are they just trying to port him in his reins before doing something? Wow, this is crazy. I really want the battle to end because it's not that exciting, but it's something. So what, I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to move all the reins. Do they have an attack up that they're trying to move all the reins? Oh, that's gonna hurt. Catechus is going for it hard. Sorry, LII is going for it hard on Catechus, and 7,000 point lead by Triple X. Oh my. Let's see when these start to launch. So 38, 37, 52. So 3 rallies are coming in. And Betsy's Beastie, sorry, landed their siege first. Although it might have been a solo. Catechus is strong, man. He ain't losing anything. And he's only K42. Surya's joined the party. Polo is here. I guess they're coming back to give reinforcements. Oh, that one hurt Catechus. Beastie, get a rally up. Back within 600 points. 1.5 minutes to go. To allow a certain amount of remote reinforcement for smaller keeps, but a separate amount than you normally have. Must do something, perhaps allow players who are smaller to donate resources for their designated fighting force to heal. Have to do something. Yeah, people already saying SVS is dead, like everybody. Oh, Triple X just did something. I don't know what. Oh, Beastie's getting hit, I think. That's what's happening. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, FTS hitting Beastie, playing God. They're playing God here. Hef, what you got to say about that? And it's over. LII has to be furious at that. Wow, that sucks. But to be honest, LII should have ported right beside also. Make it easy, make it enticing for FTS to hit you. That's what we do when we want points. We go right beside them and are like, we're here, we don't have reins. Do it. Whew, what ice. Not much of a splat. 47 million negative, not much of a splat. Wow, view results. That was intense. Beastie, very good job leading your team to second place. Very good strategy, moving beside and hoping. No way they're trading last second for Beastie. Possibly, but also Triple X made it easy for them. Like, go beside them. They're winning. Don't make them use speeds. But yeah, interesting end. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. One more week till the next round of Chalons. Good luck to everybody. And I will very likely stream again next week.